The fear of being honest. Why we're afraid to share our true feelings. Hey there, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Zachy, and today we're going to dive into a topic that I think a lot of us can relate to. Why are we afraid to be honest about our feelings? It's one of those questions that's not always easy to answer, but it's something we should definitely talk about. I mean, we've all been there, right? Trying to hide what we're really feeling, even when we know it's probably not the healthiest thing to do. We all go through tough times, but sometimes it's the fear of vulnerability that keeps us from being open about it. And that's exactly what we're going to explore today. Why it's so hard to be honest with ourselves and others about how we're feeling, and what we can do to break free from that fear. Okay, let's start with the basics. Why is it so hard to be honest about our feelings? Now, when I say honest, I mean really opening up about the deep stuff, not just the day-to-day emotions we feel, but the more complex ones, like when we're stressed, overwhelmed, or just lost. Think about it for a second. What holds us back from saying things like, I'm struggling, or I need help? It often boils down to one major fear, the fear of judgment. We worry that if we show too much of our true selves, people will look at us differently, that they'll think we're weak or too emotional, or maybe even not good enough. Let's be real here. We've all had that little voice inside our heads telling us, what will they think of me if I tell them how I'm really feeling? And sometimes that voice gets so loud that it stops us from even trying to be honest. Now, let's dig a little deeper into one of the major reasons we avoid honesty, rejection. The fear that if we open up, the people around us will pull away, or worse, they won't accept us for who we really are. We all crave connection, right? We want to feel seen and understood. But when it comes to sharing those deep emotions, there's this nagging worry. What if they think I'm too much? It's that inner fear that our raw honesty will push people away, even those who care about us. Think about the last time you wanted to share something personal with a friend or a loved one. Did you hesitate? Did you feel like you couldn't be your true self? It's because of that fear of rejection, the fear that opening up might make us too vulnerable. And then there's this whole thing with societal expectations. We live in a world that places a lot of pressure on us to always look like we have everything together. Take a moment and think about the messages you received over the years. Be strong. Don't cry. Don't show weakness. We hear this from movies, social media, even the people around us. Every time we see someone else living their perfect life, it can make us feel like we're the only ones struggling. And the worst part, we often internalize that pressure. We start thinking that if we're not putting on a brave face, we're somehow failing. We think, everyone else has it together, why can't I? But here's the thing. What we see on the outside is rarely the whole story. Social media, for instance, is a highlight reel of people's best moments, not their struggles. The truth is, we all have our tough days. Yet, society still makes it feel like showing that vulnerability is somehow a flaw. So, what happens when we keep our feelings bottled up inside? Well, for starters, it doesn't just go away. In fact, it often gets worse. When we refuse to express ourselves, when we keep pretending everything's okay, it takes a toll on our mental and physical health. Have you ever felt like you're carrying a weight around with you, but you don't know where it's coming from? That's the emotional toll of not being honest about what's going on inside. When we keep things in, we increase our stress, anxiety, and even depression. It's like holding on to a heavy bag for too long. Eventually, it wears us down. And it's not just mental health. Emotional suppression can affect our physical well-being, too. Studies have shown that people who struggle with expressing their emotions are more likely to experience things like insomnia, headaches, and even heart disease. It's not just about feeling sad. It's about how not expressing your feelings can affect your entire body. So, what's the flip side? What happens when we start being honest about our feelings, even when it's scary? Well, the truth is, being open can actually be incredibly freeing. Yeah, it's not easy, but it's so worth it. When we allow ourselves to be honest, we create space for healing. It's like lifting a heavy weight off your shoulders. You might not get all the answers right away, but the simple act of expressing how you feel is a powerful first step. And you might be surprised when we open up, we give others permission to do the same. It's not about being perfect or having all the answers. It's about being real and sharing your truth. That's what builds deeper, more authentic relationships. When we're honest, we invite others into our world, and that connection is priceless. I know it's not something that happens overnight. So, how we start being more honest about our feelings? The key is to take it one step at a time. You don't have to open up about everything all at once. Start small. Maybe start with one person, a close friend, a family member, or even a therapist. You don't have to dive into the deepest emotions right away. Start with a simple, "I'm not feeling great today," or "I'm struggling with something and I need to talk about it." And if you're not ready to speak those words out loud, journaling is a great first step. It's a safe space where you can get your emotions out without fear of judgment. So, why are we afraid to be honest about our feelings? It's a combination of fear of judgment, rejection, and the societal pressure to always be strong. But here's the thing. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to not be okay. Being honest about your emotions is an act of strength, not weakness. It shows that you're brave enough to face your feelings and open up to others. And trust me, you don't have to do it alone. There's help out there, and there are people who genuinely want to listen. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a video. Let's create a space where we can talk openly about our feelings and support each other through tough times. And hey, if you've ever felt afraid to open up, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and share your story, or let me know how you've learned to be more honest about your feelings. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, it's okay to take your time. Be kind to yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.